Welcome everyone to the Ballinesian podcast, new episode 67 here in the building, sponsored by Levasa Island Apparel. Shout out to brother Eri, brother Ba out there in Modesto, California. They got the food bank going on every Saturday, 1331 Cascade Avenue at the Via Dolorosa Congregational Church, San Juan Congregational Church, for the community out there. They're also going to be in Utah next weekend for the Polynesian Days, Utah, which is going to have Sammy J and I think Spawn Breezy at the show. So that's going to be dope. Make sure you do follow Levasa on Instagram at Levasa at le Vasa. But I'm sure if you type Levasa, it's going to pop up. Let's get the show started. I am Lance Politongo.
Hey, Forrest, man.
And Fizz the Wiz, Mike Fiso. What it do?
We are back another week talking everything sports, news, and life. Big life recap. Just got back from our brother Talanoa Smith's wedding. Congratulations to the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Forrest, you just got back?
I did, man.
How was your trip?
Worst trip of my life, man, because now I want to move back.
Went to Hawaii and you got to see the family, see the sights, the old stomping grounds.
Oh, man. All I want to do now is really just pack my things and go back to Hawaii.
When were you, just on Oahu?
Yeah, just
did you go to school there? Did you grow up there?
Originally, I was born in Maui, but went back to Samoa when I was like 1, and then just raised there. But I've always been in Hawaii. I went to college in Hawaii, lived in Hawaii after college. So it's been a part of my life. I mean, and it's the closest thing you can get to moving away from Samoa. You know what I mean? It's home. It's home for me. Samoa's home, and then Hawaii would always be my second home. Two halves of my heart. So, oh my gosh, nothing like it, man. You get to wake up in the morning, go to the beach. So I had this manager. He used to tell me at Home Depot that he had someone who he dearly loved, but was always late for work. And you know why she was late for work? Because she would go surf before she would come to work. And it's not okay everywhere in Hawaii, but for him, it was cool. And you know, for me, that's like the essence of Hawaii. She was late for work every day. She gets scolded, but it was cool because she was surfing. So I mean,
wait. So and then she would stay late?
No, get up. Which is cool. The first stop I got there. Yeah, my sister picked me up from the airport. Shout out to Junior and Victoria Luvu and the kids, Violet and Fraser Luvu. We all traveled together. Those guys are like my brother and sister. No, you know what? They're not like they're my brother and sister. So we got to travel with them. We flew up together. They got a rental and got into a hotel room right away. I went to go see my mama real quick and my sister, and spent the night there. But as we were driving away from the airport, she goes, "Where you want to go first?" She already knew. I was like 7-Eleven. She goes, "I knew it." So first stop when we got there was 7-Eleven. I think I grabbed like 4 musubis maybe. Can't beat it. Got some pork cash from there. For all of you who don't know, I know you probably think that your 7-Eleven is unique, but there is no more 7-Eleven more unique than 7-Elevens in Hawaii. You can go there and you can literally get yourself a 4-course meal. You can get breakfast there, lunch, and dinner, and not like you get here. Excuse me, they have pizza, hot dogs, maybe those crusty ass burgers that have been there all day. But in Hawaii, you can get bento plates. So breakfast bento plate with stuff. You can get a local bento plate in the 7-Eleven, and then you can get one with longanisa, which is Filipino sausage and rice and scrambled eggs, Portuguese sausage, scrambled eggs, or some pork sausages. You can get it all. You have spam musubi, you have teriyaki spam musubi, you have katsu spam musubi. They even make a plant-based katsu musubi now, which is outrageous. One of the new ones they have, though, I know a lot of people out here would love it, is kimchi fried rice musubi. My God.
Okay.
And my favorite is
What is kimchi again?
kimchi. You
Is
know
it
Like
what?
a
cabbage?
I'm not.
Korean cabbage that's
Like a
like
pickled?
fermented.
I think
Yeah,
it's from
kind of pickled,
yeah,
pickled and
ferment.
fermented. Yeah, it's funky though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's funky.
I mean, you want to say it's an acquired taste, but it's not because a lot of people eat kimchi. So, uh, you know what? We'll probably make a show where I'll make some fried rice kimchi,
Let's
so you
go.
get it good. Uh,
Let's do it.
and the best meat to use in your kimchi fried rice, I personally would be like Portuguese sausage. So if you live anywhere close to, I know we have one here in Washington. I think it's in Kent. There's also one in Portland, but I think it's a little farther out in Portland. It's called a store called Wajimaya, and they sell a lot of products from Hawaii. And Portuguese sausage that they sell in Hawaii is different from the kind of Portuguese sausage that you find out here. So that's what you're gonna need. So if you have a Wajimaya in your area or anywhere that sells like Hawaiian products straight from Hawaii, find yourself some Portuguese sausage from there and cut it up and make some kimchi fried rice. So yeah, I mean the trip itself was about the wedding. The wedding was beautiful. We were
Oh
out in
man, yeah.
yeah, we're out in Kualoa at the ranch. One of the better spots they picked. One of the lots that they picked for the ceremony and the reception. Right on the water. It was nice, real nice. The setting was beautiful. Wedding was beautiful. You know, what I mean, the bride looked amazing. Man, tell her no, you looked all right. You were cool. But the bride was beautiful.
Justin Timberlake. Come on, Lord, bro, that was so great. Bro, Moligi Gardens, right there off of the fish pond on the water, the
Right.
breeze. It was like 90 some degrees, but there's this huge tree out there
Yep.
that shaded the whole thing. It was yeah, it was beautiful. And the ceremony too. You guys walking in from that side house, and then the bridesmaids and the brides coming down from like a upper level down those long stairs. Family and friends in the seats. There were more people there than there were seats, so there was even people standing up and around that whole section. But yeah, beautiful ceremony, beautiful vows. That it went smoothly,
Yeah.
and then
We
we
also
got the party started.
we had the best MC out there too, man. Shout out to the MC for the evening. You know what I mean?
Yo, I need to message Noah. Bro, do you know what happened?
Uh-uh.
He told me, "Hey, can you announce the wedding party when we get to the reception?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, bro, I got you." And then I got to the wedding, and they were like handing me the mic and the notes. And they were like, "Hey, you're the MC," and I was like, "You motherfucker! You should have told me. I needed to prep." I had to start drinking
Yeah, tell
some
him
of
prep the
those.
envelope.
Bro, I needed to get the that bar going,
Hey man,
shake it off.
this is what I'm saying, man. Some people do things very naturally, you know. Like you just say you need to get prepped. No, bro. You're very fluid when you do things like that. You were amazing, man. It's something you should look into, just emceeing everything. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man. I feel like
Yeah.
I could have done better with some prep, though. I wanted to definitely show out and get the party, like, bumping and moving. I know they definitely had a program and a bunch of things we had to hit, but
When we were
yeah, it was
waiting
good.
up, I was already sending up one of the girls, the waitresses. Everybody was waiting to get up and eat because we had to wait to come up to be announced. They're like, "Well, we're hungry." I was like, "Man, fuck that!" I stopped one of the waitresses. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you grab me 2 drinks? I was already drinking. I was drunk already, so I was like, you know what? And we had to dance. There's a performance, of course. So I was like, there's no way I'm gonna dance without drinking. So yeah, I got pretty sauce before, so I was cool.
We need to find those videos of you guys' performance.
Yeah, I
Do you
mean,
have any? Do you have any videos?
I'm gonna say no. Say
Bro,
no.
definitely. Yeah, good times. Good ceremony. Yeah, got to see family. So much family.
Oh man, I'm still stuck in Hawaii, as you can see. These are the best.
Dang.
Oh,
What is that? Snazzy melon slices?
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're mixed with lihi powder. So
Oh, the best.
Ooh.
The best. Shout out to my cousin Desi who sent us a box. Had this big thing of lemon powder. Be
Hey.
using that. He also told me he was in Eva Beach like a day or two before I got there, but he ended up being back in Vegas. But I was like, "Yo, what spots should I hit?" I showed him where I was, and he was like, "That section of like Waikiki has got a lot of little restaurants and stuff, but to get the deluxe breakfast from McDonald's,
Oh, yep.
and oh
Yep.
my goodness, I needed that so bad."
Again,
Uh,
where else can you go and get Portuguese sausage, spam, and scrambled eggs, rice? You know what I
and
mean?
rice.
And rice.
They should just do that at every McDonald's, honestly.
They should.
They
So in
should.
South,
Oh, yep.
they do wings. But one day I pulled up and McDonald's, whoever it was, God bless your soul, decided to put rice and wings on the menu. I tell you what, I thought I heard angels sing when the lady at the she goes, "You want rice or fries?" I was like, "Wait, what? I can't. What,
Is that a choice?
can you repeat that again?" She goes, "You can get rice and wings, not rice and fry. You don't." I was like,
You
"You
are
know what?"
blowing my mind right now.
Right? I was like,
At McDonald's,
On
"Why
the
are you?
mainland.
bro.
Why are you even asking? Come on, just throw the rice." So if you're ever in American Samoa, that's I think American Samoa and New Zealand are the only ones that are doing the mighty wings right now. But Samoa is the only
Jeez.
best rice. So
Those the mighty wings are not just chicken wings. They got a little bit of spice in them. There's a
they got
little heat
yep.
on those mighty wings.
It's like, oh my gosh. How you know what? How was your breakfast, man? How was your breakfast?
Oh yeah. I went to a location that was right off the beach in Waikiki and ended up it was packed at like 7 in the morning. Like fuck, I was like, why are there so many people here? And I was like, oh, this is a tourist destination. Got it. I didn't know Waikiki was popping like that. Like in
Oh
the morning, the streets is jumping. At night, I flew in Wednesday night. I think I got to my hotel like 10 o'clock. The streets were packed.
yep.
On late at night on a Wednesday, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this place is a different monster." Uh, and that's when I messaged you, and I was like, "Is shit happening?" And you're like, "Oh, that's the the city never sleeps, man." That's shit.
Don't. It don't. And so like a lot of people don't know, but Hawaii is one of the only also places also that clubs close at 4, not 2.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
And you can drink till 4?
Last call is like at 3:30, 3:45.
Nice. Okay. Damn,
So
that sounds like some tourist rules. Like
yeah,
some
yeah.
let's
I
stay
mean,
up late and
and then they
sell
have
drinks.
I uh so if you're in Hawaii and you're staying in Waikiki, your best bet is to buy alcohol for your room before 12. 12 o'clock, they stop serving liquor at the stores. So buy your alcohol, take it to your room, store it in your room. You know what I mean? And then go drink because the clubs don't close till 4. You're looking to party at 4. Now you have all your drinks back in the room that you bought before 12. So yeah.
Yeah, those the ABC stores
Everywhere.
um
Everywhere.
everywhere,
What in the
right?
There's,
world?
What is that? What is that like a company that just like has a piece of like retail space on every block or
yeah,
what's
I
the
mean,
deal with the ABC stores?
they're specifically made for tourists because they're only found in Waikiki, so they're specifically made for tourists. You know, convenient. Someone was smart enough to know that people are going to need those small. I mean,
Yeah.
like they probably started off just selling like essential stuff, and now they sell. I mean, you can find pretty much whatever you need in the ABC store.
Clothes, food,
Hey, I
like
bought
Yeah,
some alohas in
drinks.
an ABC store.
yeah.
Yeah. Tourist
I mean,
stuff.
if you want, a suggestion is if you want like shirt stuff that you can't find in Hawaii, fine. You can go to an ABC store find that stuff. But if you're staying in Waikiki and you want like regular stuff like toothpaste or like just a soda, find a 7-Eleven because there's just as many 7-Elevens in Waikiki as there are ABCs. So on the cheaper side, if you're looking for something just like water, soda, or whatever, go to 7-Eleven. But if you want like touristy stuff, go to the ABC store.
If you want to find like a turtle shell beach magnet or like fridge magnet with your name on it or
Go to the
I
ABC.
bought the baby a ukulele for $19.99, bro.
See, but if you really want the local stuff from Hawaii and you want it at a better price, you got to make your way all the way down to Aloha Stadium every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, where they have the Aloha swap meet.
Swap meet, nice.
That that is a staple of Hawaii. If you go there, you can find things that are just. I mean, the swap meet's dope. Shout out to all the vendors at the Aloha Stadium swap meet, who are still going strong as they've closed Aloha Stadium.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so but they still allow all the vendors to have the swap meet on every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday, folks. It's $2 a head, so you know what I mean. You're just when you go in the park, you just pay $2. You can park. You walk the whole swap meet. Like Lance said, he bought ukulele. You can find those there. You can find a lot of local people selling like secondhand stuff there. T-shirts that you can't find anywhere but Hawaii. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. So yeah, ABC stores though. Yeah, if you fly, you stay in Waikiki. That is a regular thing in Waikiki. You can't miss an ABC store.
Yeah. I feel like it was on every block.
Pretty much.
And
Maybe every
had,
corner.
yeah, maybe like the Starbucks thing where there's two on one block, one across the
Yeah.
street,
Yeah.
a little stand like on the far side by the beach or something. Yeah, definitely a lot. They got, the market saturated,
Right.
especially on or in Waikiki.
I feel bad now when we talk. Like I was like scatterbrained. I was probably lit, but I should have sent you to Eggs and Things, which is another
Oh, I saw
really
that.
yeah really good place to eat breakfast in Hawaii. The wait time isn't too bad, but there is a wait time, so you call in, get your reservation. But Eggs and Things is really good. So breakfast in Hawaii is different. I'm telling you, because just the Portuguese sausage alone that you can eat for breakfast in Hawaii and rice, because you know us out here in the mainland, there's not too many restaurants that actually serve you rice. So I mean, you can go to
Like
any
without
restaurant,
giving you a weird look before
right?
noon.
Like we're like
Like,
the mashed
right?
potatoes or biscuits. Can I get rice? Like, oh, we don't do rice,
Oh, you're one of
right?
those
Right.
guys.
Definitely not rice for breakfast.
I have a friend that takes a Tupperware of rice when we go out to dinner because she knows.
Damn.
She knows. So she'll take a small thing of Tupperware of rice everywhere we go and she'll order. So
There's a baby yelling.
there's a baby yelling.
Yo, sorry, I'm gonna send this message to Sam. But what have what is the best tasting rice? Like if you just make a regular pot of rice with just water, I feel like it's not the best it can be. I feel like you got to add like some buttery stuff to it or something while it cooks. But how do you like season rice? You just throw some salt or something in there?
I mean, you can put some salt in there with it, but I know a lot of people do butter. I've always had butter. Growing up in Samoa, a lot of people put butter in their rice. I do
Use
it different.
broth instead of water.
Right.
Oh,
I
okay.
I like mine plain, but I put
Same.
a little bit more rice than I put a little bit more water than other people do. I like my rice a little sticky. Uh, but if you want to season it after, you can
Okay.
find it in States. But in Hawaii, what people do is they put furikake on the rice, and uh, it's seaweed seasoning. So it's like chopped up seaweed, some other seasonings in it, and you kind
Hmm.
of just you sprinkle it over your rice. It's amazing. Furikake, folks. Look it up. Go find it. Put it on your rice. It'll change your life. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say you're welcome right now because I know you'll try it and you're gonna love it. So furikake. It's like and if you get some spam and you fry it in the sauce that you make musubi in and you put furikake over your rice, that is a musubi bowl. You don't even need to wrap it. It's a
Nice.
musubi bowl. Yeah. So
I want the rice that comes from like Chinese restaurants. Like
uh
Yeah.
their white rice tastes a little different than just like the cow rose I throw into my rice cooker. Like
they
I gotta go to like a restaurant and be like, yo, please tell me how you do this, and they'll be like, no, because then you
bro,
won't buy it from us. No, please teach me.
I think it's you know what honestly I think it's their water to rice ratio that they do and they probably have one of those nice industrial rice cookers in the back
Yeah,
that
50 cup.
Oof.
and it just comes out different. Like shout out to Gina Han, uh, one of my house. Right, yeah, shout out to Gina. She's got a rice cooker that I don't touch because it's very sophisticated. Like,
It's got a lot of buttons.
but the rice it talks to you. You know what I
Oh
mean?
shit!
It tells you. It says ready. It says you know what I mean. It's telling I don't know, but it's like it's the dopest rice. Yeah, I mean, I think it like every other thing. It acts as a steamer too, but anytime Gina cooks rice, it comes out perfect. You know,
Nice.
so I don't touch it because I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it.
Yeah, you don't want to talk. You do not want to break the talking rice
No,
cooker. That is
no,
out of our
no,
budget.
because it's gonna tell on you after, like you know what I mean. It's gonna what
Settings changed by
What
Harrison
happened?
running away.
like settings changed by Forrest. He broke me. I'm
Hey,
He
wait.
starts crying.
Does it have? So it's fully electronic. It doesn't have like a little press down to cook button
no,
on it.
it has buttons on the front. So I know you do it regular. You fry water, clean it, put it back in the pot, close the pot, and then the lights show up, and that's where I get lost. It's like, oh, but you know, it has like it has lettering on it, like steam or like the numbers of when it's steamy. But it's like, man, and every time I go to like, I always like brain fart when Gina's in the house. I'm like, Gina, you show me how to make rice so you don't have to do it all the time for yourself. But you know, yeah,
But you're like, she makes it perfectly.
that too.
Hey, somebody teach this guy how to use that.
Hey man, I can make perfect rice on the stove without a rice cooker. All I need is a pot, rice, and water.
Real quick? What is the boiling process for in a pot? You just
So,
gotta till it boils and then let it simmer.
so you get your rice, put it inside your pot, put the water inside. I have an aunt. Don't laugh. She actually used to put joy in the water and wash it while she's washing the rice, rinse it out. But she'd actually put joy in it and wash it out.
Washing,
You know,
washing.
hey, her
Did
rice
you
was dope.
taste it?
It was dope. No, you can't taste it. Her
She
rice
would
was dope.
rinse it out plenty to get that
Yeah,
off, but
yeah.
the joy really broke down the rice edges.
So, like, side note, you know, when these guys, a lot of these guys that work on oil rigs and on fishing boats, when they're done with their like their I want to say tour, with their tour out at sea, when they're done with their tour, when they come back home, they take their first shower is with either a bottle of Joy or Dawn, because it breaks down all
Oh
the oil,
man, yeah.
the fish. Yeah, it just it breaks down all that stuff. So, but anyway, back to it. You gonna rinse your rice, put it on the stove. You want to put the stove at like anything between like a low or medium. So like a medium low.
Okay.
Sorry, you put it at medium. I'm sorry, you put it at
Yeah, I would
medium.
say like 5 or 6 if there's numbers.
Yeah, you
That's
put
usually
it
where
at,
I'm aiming.
Out of the
put,
10, yeah.
and you'll see the rice slowly go down. You'll see it cooking, and then when it gets to where like there's no water at the top, you turn it down to like closer to low, and just let it go. And then you play it by eye. You'll look at it. It comes out perfect. Or if you want to do it like my nephews do it, you'll smell it when the bottom's burnt.
You'll have the top half you can scrape
Right.
off.
Also, a secret: if your rice gets burnt and you don't want the rice to smell like burnt rice, you throw a piece of bread on top of the rice and close it. The bread will soak up the smell of the burnt rice.
Okay. So a little tip
Dang.
for you. You
Yeah,
burnt ricers.
this is what happens when you're the youngest in the house of like 13, 14 girls, and they show you how to cook. And then sometimes you get home at like 12 after playing basketball at the park all day and no one's home. Then you got to do it yourself and you experiment. You find out things like this. So,
That's what happened to you? Trying to make your own rice?
yeah, man.
Throw the bread in there. Um, Man, there we go on food again. What?
Oh, man.
I saw you take a bunch of pictures, a bunch of dope food places.
So,
Where'd you go?
like I said, first place, I will not lie. I ate so much at 7-Eleven. I know people get tired of it, but I haven't been back home in so long. Even when I lived there, 7-Eleven so 7-Eleven so it's so convenient. Like like here, we stop at 7-Eleven, grab a Slurpee. That's what we do here, really. Like it's
Yeah.
not too much like food. Maybe taquitos, because taquitos are dope here too. But like
What are taquitos?
yeah, taquitos.
Those little
Uh,
rolled up fried
but
quesadillas that been rolling up there on the warmer.
so like commercially, like those chains, 7-Eleven is always good. I did a lot of 7-Eleven, Foodland, Poke Bowls. So in Hawaii, poke you can throw a rock in any direction and hit like a really good poke spot. But 7-Eleven, sorry, Foodland is a grocery store chain, so you'll find a lot of Foodlands out there. You can stop, but their poke is good. Don't get it twisted. Like there are other restaurants, like actual restaurants that do poke or just poke places that are amazing. But Foodland, their fish market, I won't lie, it's probably compared to out here, it's gonna be top tier. Like I won't lie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So uh what I get from Foodland is a spicy ahi bowl. So it comes with steamed rice at the bottom, and then they put the ahi on top. Amazing. Let me tell you, amazing. And then what you can do when you get that is get a side, just a little tub of soy
It's,
soy sauce poke on the side,
it's a
and you mix
tub.
it. Oh man, and you mix it with what you're eating with the rice. They also do one of Noah's favorites is spicy crab. So like the little small
Oh
crabs that you
geez.
get. They do soy sauce. They're like peas. They soak them in like soy sauce and you can eat them. Oh my gosh. Yes, the vegetables peas. It's probably one of the only times I'll eat peas. But
When they're soaked in soy.
yeah. They do that. They have like the regular shoyu poke. You know what I mean? They got, oh my gosh. And then in that same spot, you can find bento plates. So you can get all that poke, and in that food line, you turn your back and you can get like teriyaki chicken bento, mochiko chicken bento. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just Hawaii also is I know there's places you can do it out here, but you can go to Foodland and buy like a little package of chicken skin that they fry. So just to
I you were talking about that.
yeah, so Foodland was cool. Shout out to Shiro's. It's a little Siamese place out in Ever Beach that my brother, my sister, and my nephews introduced me to. I It's something that we all love. I had to get me uh adobo fried rice omelet. So what
Yeah.
so they do your fried rice, they mix up the fried rice, they do the adobo, and then they wrap it all up in an omelet. Oh my gosh. Sheesh. Yeah, man. Yeah. And then
Shiro's.
I did Zippy's. What I eat from Zippy's is Korean fried chicken. That's what I like from Zippy's, and it was just the same. I got that. My favorite place, Shiro's. That's my favorite meal in Hawaii. But my favorite place to go to is a food truck in Waikele called Dick's Lechon. So lechon in Filipino is like roast pork, cut up pork. Uh, you can go there. You get a plate, a 2 serving plate. So what comes in the plate regular is rice or fried rice. So on top of the pork that you're gonna order, you can also get fried rice, and they cut up roast pork and put it. That's what's in the fried rice. Uh, and then
Pork
comes with
fried rice with roasted
right,
pork.
right, and it comes with the rice and pancit, and then your two choices of meat. So I'll get roast pork and then Filipino sausage, which is longanisa. But you can get barbecue sticks, which a lot of Filipino places, especially in Samoa, are known for. You can get
Oh, meat sticks?
yeah, you can get yeah, it comes with that.
What
You
is
can get
that meat?
it. I'm hoping it's chicken. Uh,
Or beef? I couldn't tell. There was one place, but I think it was behind the
the
police
courthouse
station in Utule, or by the courthouse.
in Fongo, yeah,
Yeah, that one.
yeah, that's bar. So that's like they'll do chicken or they'll do meat.
Okay.
Shout out to those guys. They do the best lumpias around.
Oh
Besides my
man,
mom.
nice,
So yeah, but
bro. Did you? Did you get to go to Dick's Lechones or any of the places that you
Yeah.
mentioned?
Oh, we went to Dick's Lechon. I think I put up the menu because we were too busy eating the food, so I could only take a picture of the menu because the food was gone with an inhale. It was like gone. Uh, and so while you're out there too, and Waikele, Dick's Lechon is there's next to it is a shave ice food truck, and then next to that is Leonard's. If you guys don't know Leonard's, they do malasadas. It's a Hawaiian. Oh, I want to say Hawaiian because it might be like Portuguese or Spanish, but it's like a donut. So it's a round donut, of course,
Oh yeah.
and covered in sugar. You can get that's the regular one. It's covered in sugar. You can get it covered in sugar and cinnamon. You can get it stuffed with custard. You can get it stuffed with jelly, or you can get it chocolate. Yeah. So
I was
so
thinking the
good,
custard ones.
so good. And then right next to it is an actual Hawaiian food truck. They serve Hawaiian food. It's called Laverne's, which is really good. So you get like lau lau, kalua pork, lomi salmon, stuff like that from the food truck, which is really good. I also took we didn't get time. I did have some though. They have a Liliha bakery in the Macy's at Ala Moana. They also have the brick and mortar Liliha bakery that's it's on Nimitz. They took over where Sam Choi used to be. They do breakfast, regular breakfast, dinner, lunch, but they're bakery. They have these cream puffs there, cocoa puffs,
Oof.
to die for. I'm telling you, these cocoa puffs
Cocoa
are,
Puffs?
my gosh.
Are you going
It,
cuckoo for the Cocoa
oh,
Puffs?
they, I don't know how they do it, but the outside is so nice and like flaky, crispy, and then inside the chocolate they put in it is, oh man, it's like it's melting inside the cocoa puff and then melting them. It's amazing. Cocoa
What
puffs there.
the outside is like a donut thing or
Yeah, the outside is almost like a donut, so it's like I don't
and
know how to explain.
chocolate melted chocolate on the inside or
My gosh, man. Look it up. You'll see the pictures. The Liho Bakery Cocoa Puffs. Probably the best Cocoa Puffs I've ever had. So, man,
jeez.
Noah's coming back.
You gonna start a food truck?
I'm trying, man. So that's what we talk about. I mean, we, even if it's just a tent somewhere, we put up a tent and start selling food somewhere.
It's
Man,
all
no,
these great things that like aren't necessarily available, especially here in Portland. There's like
right,
one like Islander or Polynesian ingredient store, but
right.
not hot food. So
Not hot food. No, 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 no. I
that would
mean,
be
shout out to our homie Travis. Travis got a food truck. He's always providing good local food to everybody. Uh, and then there's they have 808 out on I think that's on Burnside. I think 808 on Burnside. There's a few good restaurants like
there's
close to it.
yeah, there's definitely Islander restaurants and food trucks, but I don't think they're doing like the plate
No, 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 not like
like quick.
yeah, quick. So that's another thing too.
It would be
So
more food truck. Yeah, it would be more of what Travis is doing than like a stand up restaurant.
yeah, in you can go to like a food truck and get like a steak plate. Not like what I mean, not like a restaurant. Like here, they don't have places that serve you just a regular steak plate, like cut up steak. You know what I mean? Something quick. Hawaii, they got a place called Blazing Steaks. You could go in and like a just like a regular plate, takeout plate,
Yeah,
rice, cut up steak
trying to
and
think.
shrimp for like $15.
Oh,
Food.
that's nice.
That's what I'm saying. So like Foodland, every Friday they have a grill outside and they just grill a whole bunch of steaks, and they cut it up and you can buy it by the pound. So good. So you know what I mean? It's an alternative thing. Here you want to eat steak without cooking it yourself like that. You have to go to a steakhouse and pay like what, like $20 for like their cheapest steak, $25. So like, I mean, yeah,
I'm
it's
thinking further for a food cart though, you have like two, three things that you do
oh
and
yeah,
that's
just
it. Like just your
yeah,
great things, right? And
yeah, you do it
that'll keep it simple, but also like let people know what you're good at.
right, right. So like I said, if I was to make a food truck, my first thing would be easy because a lot of people like musubis, but instead of just, of course, you'd have to still musubis, but like I just told you, I would make a musubi bowl. So I would do the rice. Put a little sauce within the like under the rice, sprinkle the rice with the furikake, and then cut up the spam, like fry the spam in the musubi sauce, and then cut it up and then put it over the rice, and now you just have a musubi bowl. You know
How
what I
much is
mean?
that? How much is that? How much you charge for that?
I mean, you know what I mean? If you're out here, because I've seen people charge like I don't know, $15 or something like that. You could just go 10. Hell, you could go $8 and still make money. You know what I mean?
I would ballpark that at like 10 to 15 for the
Yeah,
area. That's like
right.
what you would. That's
Yeah,
what you
so
would pay. But
yeah,
I'm
and
trying to think like return, right? So people are
right,
like not just like good stuff, but like what would keep you like Mike, you've been to like a food cart that you want to support, but what keeps you coming back?
yeah.
Like
What's
what would
there?
be a Islander food that you think people would be like, oh snap, I can't get this around here. Let me go back to that those guys that do it good.
I don't know.
Chicken?
I like yeah, I was gonna say like you could do that same thing like a musubi bowl. I mean, you could do the same thing with like a katsu bowl or
Yep,
pretty much any Polynesian food because most of it's eaten with rice.
yep,
So you
And
could just
rice is cheap.
have a little bowl.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
A
cheap as
a
a movie.
good Islander food bowl.
Yeah,
Nice.
but
And
I
that's easy
mean,
to change
but then you
around
gotta
stuff.
have like you say like the white people size and then the poly size.
Yep, yep,
The
yep,
three and
yep.
a half ounce cup and then the 7 ounce bowl.
Yeah, the freaking
Your
Definitely.
your food sizes are like people. Like,
yeah.
oh, do you want the white size the serving or do you want the brown serving? I'll be like, you want the brown serving? Okay, the brown
Right,
serving is $3 more, but you get four
right.
times the food. Hell yeah. Yo,
Exactly.
that's something that we've been talking about, this food cart, but also and figuring out the business side and the menu and all that is gonna be, something that we'd have to do. But just getting that food and making it available uh, in an
I mean,
area that it's not as represented, I feel like is a good step.
you like katsu, Mike? That
Yeah,
is that?
I like katsu. I like the when I go to L&L, I usually get the chicken cutlet with the gravy. So
Oh, so
yeah.
okay. And they have this place called the Curry House.
Oh
You
man.
you could get katsu. Listen, you get your katsu. You order it katsu, and they'll ask you katsu cutlet or like katsu like chicken katsu. Cutlet is just like it's cut up different. So you get the katsu cutlet, and then you can get the curry sauce over it, but they ask you your add-ons. You can add shredded beef to it and
Nice.
cheese. So
Oh
you
my
get
gosh.
you get the
Woo.
katsu, the curry is laid on top, then they shred the beef, and then they put
Jesus.
some cheese on it.
Man, I might
Man,
have to book a flight right now.
I'm telling you, man,
Ooh,
The
telling you,
curry house.
goosebumps.
the curry house in Hawaii is different, man. Oh my gosh. Even like sushi, like out there, all the sushi rolls you can get there, it's different. I'm not trying to say
Man.
it's not. I mean, just in case everybody out here is getting butthurt about like, oh, you saying it's different, it's better. I mean, it's better for me because that's what I like. It might not be better for you. It's gonna be different though. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's different. So,
Oh my
Feel like
gosh, I
probably
see a
better
picture right here.
ingredients. Probably better ingredients.
ah,
You're looking at it right now.
yeah, man. The first time they took me to Curry House and they were like, you can get add-ons too. I was like, what add-ons? Like, you can add shredded beef and cheese to it. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I
Oh
was like,
my god, those.
As
man,
those. Nice.
Add
This,
them
yep,
where is
all.
this? The curry house?
the Curry House. And people don't know, like people who watch Naruto, there's restaurants and they actually put cheese in their ramen. Uh
Oh.
they got like two different food courts. They got the main food court in Ala Moana, and then they got like these little breakout food courts. One of them, actually, we'll go even like old school. They used to have a Japanese village on the bottom of Ala Moana called Shirokia. So it was set up to look like a Japanese village, but all the shops in the Japanese they were restaurants. So you could go around, you could get your food, and then like right on the outside of those village shops, they had like breweries, so you can get like sake or pitchers of beer and just hang out there. And oh man, they shut during COVID. They had to shut it down. Sure, kids, they moved to somewhere else. I think they have another one the new international marketplace set up kind of the same. It looks like a traditional Japanese village in there, but it has a whole bunch of just food shops in there, and then you can get like whatever drinks you want, like beer or sake. So yeah, it was cool. Oh, man,
Yo,
man,
at,
and the ramen you can get there. I mean, if you watch, I always tell people, anytime I watch Naruto, I have to pause it, get up, and go make noodles because
Yep, facts.
his noodles are, and they have a shop. Shout out to that shop in Tacoma. It's a Naruto theme. I'll get the name, but they have a shop, a ramen shop in Tacoma that's Naruto themed. Pretty dope. Uh, but yeah, oh man, my dad eats noodles like like Naruto. He'll do his noodles. He'll, he'll boil egg, half the egg, put the egg inside, shred some chicken, put the chicken over it. You know, there's a ton of stuff in there, man. So yeesh, even ramen they do different in as we call it in Samoa Simon, they do it different out there in Hawaii. So yeah,
bro,
man.
we probably should start doing like a food, like do some food shorts where you like make a recipe or we explain some sort of food thing or to reclip us talking about food here. There could also be content for that, but definitely
I'd say
making the food that we're talking about and showing people like you don't have to order it. You could just go get the ingredients and make it yourself.
Yeah, and then have leftovers.
Oh yeah,
oh, and the
flavored leftovers.
things you can do with leftovers from Samoan food is different too. It's amazing. Like
Right.
yeah, like if you have like barbecue turkey tail and you have leftover barbecue turkey tail, and you can cut that up and make one of puas from it. Ooh,
Oh yeah. Hey, they be
ooh.
skimping on those sometimes, but when it's right, it's amazing.
Yep, yep.
Sometimes there's way too much bun on the manapua, and it's like you could have filled this in. You know, they were probably running out. It's probably one of the last ones to be made.
I
Trying to make
guess
it stretch.
again, that's that white folk portion.
Yeah, that's not what I want. I want a full ass meat to bread ratio.
I want my foot to go to sleep.
Hey, did you get any of those fried mini manapuas? This is the last food question I'm gonna ask because I remember flying back and thinking, God damn it, I didn't get any of those fried manapuas.
I didn't make it back to White Power this trip. I could have, but shout out to Honolulu Kitchen in White Power. I didn't make it out. I was sad too. Uh, we were at the airport and one of our other brothers, Money. Shout out to Money Noah Hudson, man.
Hey, shout out to
Wife,
Money.
yeah, him and his wife Janae and their daughter Nami and their son. They made the trip great too, man. Like great to see them. But no, he was telling me about his. Hey, man, you ever been to Honolulu Kitchen? I was like, damn it, we were at the airport already. I was like, damn, I missed that. But I'm planning to fly down in November for another event. So I mean, whatever I didn't eat this trip is certainly getting ate up this next trip.
We gotta make a list. We gotta make a list and then make sure you get more pictures of that food so we can
No, for
share
sure.
with people. Because you ain't gonna get to eat it here in the mainland, but at least
No,
we can post it for you to see
no,
what it looks like, so you can
no.
be hella hungry.
No, one of my first pictures was and not again. Oh my gosh, the Manopua trucks that we stopped at were amazing. So, if you guys don't know, Manopua trucks in Hawaii are just there. You can't talk about Hawaii without talking about Manopua trucks. But we got to stop at in Nanakuli. They do what they call Nanakuli special. So they go fried noodles, which is also if you're looking to make fried noodles, pretty simple to make. You can make it at home with leftover Simon slash ramen, whatever you have. We'll talk about that in another show. We'll show you how to make it. But they put fried noodles at the bottom, French fries at the top, and then they have a Nanakuli special sauce made with. It's made out of mustard, but they mix it. I know a lot of people. You can do it mustard, brown sugar, soy sauce, and something else, and you mix it, and the sauce is amazing. So you drizzle all of that on the fries, and then you just eat it up with the fries, the sauce, and the noodles. We got to go to Nanakuli and get some. That shit was good. So, yeah, boy.
How your clothes feeling right now?
Oh man, you know what? So So secret be told, I'm gonna tell everybody on the show now. I am just like Sefa, I am diabetic. So I had to eat in moderation. I won't lie.
No.
Won't lie. When we got to Dix Lechon, the all bets were off. No restrictions. No restrictions at Dix Lechon. I'm sorry to my sister who's in the house right now, who keeps me straight and is probably peeking through the window right now because I'm yelling this out, and she's probably like, "Damn kid, you know that I'm trying to keep you alive, you stupid kid, and you over here." But yeah, it's not too bad. You know what? And because also I had to walk everywhere.
You're like, I'm burning it off. I'm using the
Yeah,
sugar in my
no.
blood.
Not to mention the heat there is different here. I can feel, man. I don't. I. It's another great feeling for me because growing up in Samoa, I soaked like maybe 2 shirts a day, man. Like I was dripping in sweat. You know, the humidity there was like on 80. The weather wasn't bad though. It was probably like really high 70s, mid 80s most of the time we were there. So the heat was cool. It wasn't like the 105 degrees we had
Yeah.
here 2 days straight where it was stinging your skin.
It
That's not
just
how it works.
it just feels like outside is warm, but like
Yeah,
if it's 105 degrees in Portland, that shit feels like the sun is trying to
right,
fry you up. But
right. Like
yeah,
like the devil was getting ready. Like, yo, hey man, just giving you a heads up. This was gonna feel like the rest of your life.
when you get down here, that's what you're gonna
Right.
feel.
But the heat wasn't bad, man. And like I said, we stayed out in Waikiki for the last half of our trip. So, we were walking around Waikiki. It was cool. I got my steps in because this stupid iPhone was sure every morning to shoot me a notification.
Oh,
Yo, iPhone, Apple, you guys are disrespectful. You know what the message said on the little ring thing to finish your ring? It said, "Hey, Fluffy, you haven't closed your ring today." I was like,
Damn.
hey
fuck this
Fluffy,
shit.
huh? Did you
I
enter
was like,
that as like a custom name or something?
no, bro, it just started popping up. Once you put up,
That's
like,
crazy.
they have
Hey
the fitness.
Fluffy.
Yeah. I was like, bro, how are you passive aggressively
I know you ain't talking to me like
I
that.
know
bullying
you
me
ain't
to go
fucking
walk?
messaging me in the morning like this. One day it's like, hey, go get some steps. Instead of
But
freaking, hey,
I got some
hey.
steps on the beach, man. I got to be on the beach, got to be in the water. So as much as I ate, I also got some real good physical activity. Especially shout out to Noah for picking the place where we had to walk up the most
Oh my
gigantic
god.
world.
My legs were dead as shit the next 2 days after that wedding.
Yeah. And also, yeah, and I'm not a light dude, and so we had to do a lot of dancing. Um, I think I might need a knee replacement in the next few months because these legs don't boogie like that no more. But it was all for a good cause. I had fun. Everybody else had fun. If you see a video of me looking ridiculous in the back of uh 5 other people, it's not me. I promise.
All right.
Uh,
If it's not you, then I'll post it.
uh, uh yeah,
The guy in the middle in the back
it's not me. I
with
promise.
Forrest's face and beard.
Right. You know
It's
how
not Forrest.
they have that do AI stuff that you can cover someone's face. That's what happened. Um, so
Bro.
yeah, man, such a beautiful trip, man. It was cool to be able to share with the people that were there. Like you, I got to see Tim Soul out there.
Bro, shout out
Uh,
Tim.
yeah, Folasa Ngaliai. Eddie was out there with us. Eddie Samoa.
Bro, it was
Man,
such a blast from the past, bro. It felt like growing up like a kid again.
right. And then I got to
Eddie,
see.
Tim was there,
Um,
Philosopher. Jesus.
yeah,
Noah. Damn.
whew, it was cool, man. And then at the end we talk about new music. I'm gonna shout out my brother who was at the wedding too. I don't know if you got to meet John Akapo, but he was out there. Amazing musician out in Hawaii. We'll talk about him at the show, but yeah,
I
man.
yeah, we definitely need to. Okay, we'll make sure to hit new music.
But while I was out there, man, I seen Mike over here with Drizzy, man. Oh man,
Bro,
that show has to be. I mean, Beyonce had a show and everything, but Drizzy show it looked good.
what's the name of the tour?
It's all a blur.
It's all a blur.
uh,
It's all a blur. Hit Seattle.
yeah.
Where at?
It was at Climate Pledge Arena. It's like where the Storm play and the Kraken
Oh,
play.
yeah.
And it was pretty sold out. He did 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. I went to the Saturday show. I saw a lot of people that I knew there, which it's funny because during the beginning of the day, I was like, I don't look anything like I did in high school, Amber. So I don't think I'll be seeing people I knew from back in the day. And like literally, as soon as I walk in, I hear, I was like, oh my god.
Oh. Wait, how do you look different from when you were in high school?
I was so right now I'm like 240. I was 175. I had no facial hair. I look like a skeleton comparatively to like I have a brother right now, and I look kind of like he does. Just looks
he's in high
super.
school, skinny.
Yeah, he's a senior. Yeah, he's a senior. So yeah, very skinny. Like, oh, I
And
was gonna
they
say,
immediately recognized you.
yeah, I was like, what the fuck? and then like when the show is right about to start, I'm like going to throw away my beer. Oh, shout out to Climate Pledge, cashless. 2 drinks cost $42.42. I was like, oh my god.
$42
Yeah, for like
two...
a tall boy, and then like a 14-ounce beer, Space Dust IPA. I was like, geez Louise. So I'm going to throw that away, and then someone else taps me and is like, yo, Fisa, what's up? I recognize your hair. I was like, my hair? I was like, what the fuck? I never even had long hair until like just this last part of my life. So yeah, I was like, wow.
Who the hell was that? Somebody else from high school?
Yeah, well, he was in 8th grade when I was a senior. But like he was like coming to these baseball practices and shit, and I was like, oh, okay, little shout out my boy Kelly Beck. But my girlfriend, she went to like middle school with him, and they were super cool. So I was like, oh, you gotta come see Amber.
Nice.
So yeah, it was great performance. He started out, I think, like the first like 25, 30 minutes just playing all classics from probably like Take Care.
Hell yeah.
On. Just like little, it was like little, like probably like 45 seconds of each song. So it was a lot of songs.
Just a lot of bangers.
Yep. And then
nice.
Then he brought 21 Savage out. And 21 Savage doesn't have the stage presence that Drake does, but he got some bangers. I was excited to see him too. Some girl like tried to rush him and touched his face when he was coming down, and security freaking shoved her so far. Like
gave her the Britney.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was like, dang, I got a video of it. I'll send it to the group chat. It was pretty fun.
Don't touch the performers.
Yeah, but great performance. The visuals were cool too. The stage was right in the middle. A lot of LED shit going on. There was like one moment where there was like puppets like floating in the arena. Like let's see. There was one with like the Grim Reaper kind of like skeleton kind of thing. There was a giant sperm.
I saw that. I was like, why?
I was like,
what's going on here, guys?
Sperm balloons just floating around the concert.
But immediately after that song was done, like a picture of his son came up. So I was like, oh, I kind of get it.
I would have been worried somewhere.
Okay, got it.
Just starts flying around, and you get a notice like a big, everybody put on your raincoats under your seat.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a great concert. He ended it with Girls Love Beyonce, which he doesn't perform that often.
Oh, damn.
Got us hyped for the new album. Something about a dog. But the same day, Ed Sheeran was performing in Seattle.
Oh, wow.
In the Seahawks stadium. And he broke Taylor Swift's attendance record. I was like, what?
Ed Sheeran?
My boy Ed Sheeran? Yeah, so I saw videos. He was selling coffee earlier in the day at this random Starbucks. He was just signing coffee cups and handing them out. And I was like, oh, man, damn, this guy is doing it. And then, performed at Lumen, sold that bitch out.
On a Drake concert night, Ed Sheeran broke the, Attendance record?
I was surprised because I saw videos of the Taylor Swift concert and it looked packed to the brim. However, Ed Sheeran, what he did is he had more people on the field because Taylor Swift's stage is so big that you can't have that many people like down there. So I was like, that's smart. That's how you make a couple extra dollars.
I mean, Taylor Swift too. They caused an earthquake.
Yeah,
that's how many people there were. They caused an earthquake.
So it was an active night. A lot of traffic after was crazy. Like to get a lift back to my house. So we took a lift there. It was like $30. And then on the way back, it was $95. I was like, whoa. I was like, we're not paying that. And so I was like, we're going to walk a couple blocks, babe.
We're going to get out of this freaking zone right here.
Walk like 4 blocks away and it dropped to 50. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to take this one.
Right, we're gonna
95 to 50.
But then the traffic was so bad because everybody, literally everybody, was coming either from that concert or the Ed Sheeran one. But yeah, had a blast. Shout out to Chuck. He gave me the tickets in March. So,
hey, damn.
Yeah, so it was crazy. I also had a lot of people that were just like sitting around me that I knew. So I was like, that's wild. Like, what are the chances?
Yeah.
It's just a great time. He's a great performer. He said he's gonna come back sooner because he hadn't been in Seattle for 5 years. So he's like, I want to come back before then because it's active here. Oh my gosh! And I don't know if this is scripted or this is random, but like someone threw this giant bra on the stage
again.
I think I've seen that.
But this one, it was like, damn, this is your mom's. Some guy was like, this is your mom's. You sent your mom's bra? And he was like, and then he put it up, bro, and it was like 48J. I was like,
damn. All the space.
I was like, I didn't know it went that high. I didn't know it went like that far of a letter. So shout out to her, whoever
big
that
numbers,
was.
Big letters. It was all a blur. What would you say, like, your favorite song of the concert or favorite moment? Aside from the sperm balloons.
Yeah, I mean, I was like this. No, I'm just kidding. It was funny because I was like more of a Drake fan than my girlfriend was, definitely. So I was like, oh my god, do you think he'll see me up here?
Hey, you up there? Hey, I see you. Love when they do that. Yeah, what's up? That's me.
The best song that he performed was, damn, I don't know. They were all like,
which ones had you jumping? Oh, but he did a bunch of bangers early.
Yeah, he just went right after another. He didn't play Running Through the Six with My Woes, which I thought was interesting because I consider Seattle the real six, not wherever the fuck area code they got going on in Canada. But he didn't play that one, so I was like, interesting. Let's see. Probably the one with 21 Savage and Drake where they were performing together because they had like fucking fire going off.
Hey.
And I felt like I was really far away and I could feel the heat from the fire. I was like, damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was an interesting experience. But nothing like really stood out to me because it was all just like banger after banger after banger after banger.
Nice.
He did like a Just Hold On, We're Going Home melody that was a little different than normal. Like the beat was a little different. So I think that was a little interesting. But yeah, 10 out of 10.
You'd recommend people go to this concert if it's still available? Like
if he's coming to your city, get some tickets. I saw some friends there from high school, and they were in our row, but they were in like handicap seats. So there was like a big ass space behind them. I just ended up sitting or like standing over by them because it was like a better view. Didn't have a lot of people around you. And they bought tickets. They went Friday too. So they were there Saturday and they bought their tickets that day and they were like $280, which, that's kind of expensive.
Yeah. But for a Drake show, no, that might be cheap for a Drake show. I don't know.
I'd say there's not really that bad of seats in Climate Pledge, like unless you're like all the way up, but like the lower bowl, every seat down there is solid. So I would definitely recommend it.
I'm planning on buying tickets, at least one ticket, to the Renaissance tour that is coming up in Seattle,
Yeah.
middle of September. Uh, I'm definitely a bigger Drake fan than Sammy, my girl is. She's definitely a huge Beyonce fan. And she was like, we should go to this concert. We don't know. It might be the last concert ever. She might never come out here. Just, just dropping hints that we should definitely go. Um, yeah, but I don't know how much these. I'm assuming they cost a lot, and I still have not bought them. So we need to get one or like two really high up ones. But that show is in the middle of September. Damn, Seattle being active. They got Beyonce next month. They had Drake, 2 Drake shows. The Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift earlier. Setting records and shit. Okay. Seattle concert life.
Yeah, it's been crazy these last couple of weeks.
Seattle and Portland right now are really big cities for music, like especially for up and comers. So all the music that is going through, like a lot of people are trying to be in like the PNW area musically. So that's dope.
But for big shows, it's definitely artists choose Seattle over Portland.
Definitely.
Like there's no Beyonce coming to the Moda Center. There's no Drake shows this year. Like I can't remember the last time they came through Portland. Like
they don't need to because it's the PNW itself. So it's a 2-hour drive. That's easy drive for people. Be like, hey, let's go watch Beyonce, and you can see. Yeah,
I know people who flew in from Spokane to come to Seattle for the Drake concert. So
that's
like everybody in Washington and Oregon, except for like Eastern Oregon, I feel like that'd be kind of difficult to get there. Yeah. But yeah, the main hubs, like Spokane, Portland,
2-hour drive. Yeah, nothing.
Tacoma, even like everybody will come up for that show.
I've been hoping that Drake would implement. I don't know if you guys heard of Somo, but he has a Take Care medley. So he did a whole medley of all the songs from Take Care. Nice. It's pretty dope. It's on YouTube, Somo. That's pretty dope if he added them to his tour just so he can sing
that. Were there any openers or did?
Yeah. What's this girl's name? Fuck. She said she has a song. Ski.
Ski. Ski.
Oh, Sexy Red. That's who it was.
Oh, wait. That's the one with the brown booty hole?
Yeah, she did. That's the one.
Oh my God.
I was like, what in the world?
When that shit dropped at the Polyfest, I did not know what was going on until I looked up. I was trying to eat. And I just saw the crowd getting hype in front of the stage. And then I saw Sammy laughing. And I was like, what? And she was like, do you know this song? And I was like, no, what is it? She fucking played it for me. And I was like, that's what they're yelling right now?
Pound Town. Just left Pound Town. Yep, she was the opener. But that was it. There was like a DJ that played for like 45 minutes. So the doors opened at 6:30. I didn't want to stand in line that long, so I waited a little bit and then like kind of made it my own line. Because when you're big, you can really do whatever you want. People look to tall people for guidance. And so I just like walked up and then like 4 people followed me. And I was like, sweet.
You walked up to an empty door or like
No, it was like a part of a line. Looked like nobody was standing there, so I just like walked up. And then I was like, oh, sweet. Was in like 10 minutes later. Got interviewed in line. There was a guy right behind me. He looked like Alex Rodriguez, like straight up. But it definitely wasn't him, but he was like, kind of looked like him. This girl was interviewing him, trying to get him to like say something or something. So I'm hearing this. I'm like, damn, they're just doing interviews right behind me. And then she comes up to me and is like, can I interview you? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm down. And then she's like, oh, who are you excited to see? I was like, honestly, I'm excited to see 21 Savage. And she's like, okay, bye. I was like, what kind of fucking interview is this?
You gave her the right.
Yeah, from the Drake Network.
Yeah, she was like, I was like, oh, damn. Hope I don't see that on TikTok later. Like, look at this guy. He looks like a watermelon.
You're supposed to say red, man. That was the
Oh
good.
yeah, I know.
Sexy
Booty hole
red.
Brown.
I'm
Right.
going to see the brown booty hole. Oh man.
So yeah,
That song on TikTok? Are people making like it viral on TikTok?
yeah.
Bruh, those interviewers, bro, some of them are super obnoxious. Like they do the, hey, kiss or slap. I watch those. I feel like, bro, you really out here doing shit like that? That's
That's how you get
hilarious.
mouth herpes, brother.
Yeah.
Don't kiss
Don't do that.
randos.
Oh, man.
Gotta figure out the next concert we're all gonna meet up at. Let me know if you guys are going to Beyonce, and I'll let you know if I get that freaking
Uh,
finalized.
I'm going to Nation 9, man. Right now, my pocket says, you know what? You want to go watch Nation 9?
Nation 9 in Portland,
Yeah,
September 3rd.
they'll be
Ooh.
they're in Portland this weekend, September 1st, at Jazz Bones, and then they'll be heading out to Portland after that. So, yes,
Wait,
sir.
where's Jazz Bones?
In Tacoma.
Okay. So they're gonna be at Jazz Bones, and then they're gonna roll down to Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. Google it. Get those
Yep.
tickets to their Portland
Top
show.
five, yeah, top five security.
What else do we got? Fantasy football draft. I did my first fantasy football draft yesterday. It was a dynasty draft. It's 28 rounds.
Golly.
Uh,
That shit.
at
You
the,
guys, you
yeah,
guys do undrafted free agents too? That's a lot.
bro. There was a bunch of like rookies, freaking third string players being taken. I took Aiden O'Connell. Uh,
Hey, he's gonna pay off.
Raiders. Yo, I immediately put him on like my I'll see you next year taxi squad for the red shirts
Yep.
because like I
Dang.
know he's like chill and looks like a competent, calm quarterback, especially
Right.
for a rookie. I think he's older. Was he 25 or something?
24.
Um,
Yeah.
but I think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be your guys' quarterback for this year, and hopefully I can have this guy step in next year if he pops off. But I also had the second overall pick, so I got Jalen Hurts. It's a super flex league. Man, I ended up taking Deshaun Watson at the end of the second round.
Oh,
Shame on you.
I know. I came back and took the first person to take their third quarterback with Daniel Jones, Geno Smith, and then Aiden O'Connell. But it's a super flex. You only get to start two of them, so I do need to trade one of them. I'm definitely open to trading Deshaun Watson. It's just the way the draft was falling. I wasn't comfortable with any of the running backs or receivers at that spot, especially if, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get, what's his name? Daniel Jones, who I think his rushing ability is going to help his overall season, which it did last year. But yeah, we have two quarterback spot, or there's a quarterback spot and a quarterback flex spot. So for the super flex, and then there's two extra flex spots behind that where you can put a wide receiver, running back, or tight end. And also the tight ends get 1.5 points per catch instead of 1. So there's a little bit of there's a little bit of a premium that bumps up tight ends because we felt like tight end as a position was pretty much fading away outside of Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews. But yeah, that kind of just brought that definitely made Travis Kelce a lot earlier pick. But I think it just kind of raised the floor for all the tight ends overall and made them worth even drafting instead of waiting late on. But yeah,
nice.
this league is going to last at least 5 years, and you have to keep your team, like the whole team, every year. Like the rookie draft is only 4 rounds each year, and it's going to be the incoming rookies and any undrafted or free agents that are still on the waiver wire. But each year you're only going to get 4 picks, so it was really important that kind of lay the foundation by knocking out this draft as good as possible this time. I don't think I did. I took a lot of quarterbacks. I definitely took a bunch of tight ends early. I got George Kittle and Darren Waller. I think in the 5th and 6th, just because I think they're going to be used a lot and have that. Hopefully, that premium kind of kicks in and puts me over the top in a bunch of those positions. But I think my team's lacking in bench wide receivers, bench running backs. So it's going to be something I have to figure out over the season and into the next couple seasons. But this is my first time doing like a full dynasty league, so it's gonna be cool. But it's a lot.
I had my first draft too. I took Jamar Chase first.
What spot? What number were you picking?
I can't even remember. I think I was like 3rd, maybe, or 4th.
Yeah.
I took. I got Chase, Waddle as my receivers. I picked up Walker and Cook as my running backs. I got T. Lawrence as my quarterback. I had to get Fryermuth. That was the best tight end that was left when I was picking. I got your boy Keenan Allen.
Solid floor. Aging.
Yeah. And then I picked up Jacoby Myers too. So
hey, I also got Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be pretty good. I think in that slot. So my bench, I got Algier, Flowers, 8 Chain. Had to take another Raider, Michael Mayer as my tight end, and DJ Shark. But I did get San Francisco's defense, so that should pay off a little bit. Mm-hmm.
See, Michael Mayer is gonna be. He's gonna be good, especially for Jimmy.
I brought him up in my fantasy draft too. I was like, "Y'all know about Michael Mayer, though?" Everyone was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
Oh, what?
I was like, "Oh, sleeper pick."
Steal. Did you get him?
Yeah, I picked him up off waivers as a backup. I got him and Dalton Kincaid, like 2 rookie tight ends.
Yeah, that's dope. Because
keep those guys.
They're gonna eventually end up starting sometime during the season, I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That I also have a 2 keeper league with Shane. Shane was back on the show. Man, I think like episode 2 or 3. But yeah, he's the commissioner of a 2 keeper league that I'm in, and we were talking this morning when I didn't get my keepers in on time. Appreciate you, Commish, for getting that settled away or squared away for me. But yeah, we need to get him back on the show. He's everything football, fantasy, Seahawks, UPS, shoot. And he worked downtown also for I feel like a decade, so he knows all the nightlife shit that we go through. But kept Garrett Wilson for an 11th round pick and Devontae Smith for a 7th. So I feel like that's the kind of value I'm like looking for whenever we do a keeper league with us or anybody else. It's like, guys, you can get the freaking next Devontae Adams for an 11th round pick. This shit matters. Come on, draft how you're supposed to.
The way Garrett Wilson looks right now in preseason, I mean, that's going to be a really good pick because he looks pretty good.
And Aaron Rodgers is comfortable with him already.
Yeah. There's just the last Hard Knocks episode. I started watching. I think I got through the first third of it. But yeah, Braylon Edwards, former Jets receiver, is talking to Aaron Rodgers at a practice. I think they had a joint practice with the Buccaneers. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers is talking to a former Jets receiver, and he asks him, "Yo, how is Garrett Wilson? What's 17 like?" And Aaron Rodgers just like shakes his head. He's like, "He's special. Like he makes me look good. The way he catches balls that aren't, precisely accurate or where they need to be. He can even bail Aaron Rodgers out. We're so used to Aaron Rodgers putting the ball on the money and making it look easy for receivers. Or Devontae Adams, making them look just simple. They're just walking around wide open because of the way he puts it on them. But he's saying that Garrett Wilson can pluck it out even if it's like behind him and still make moves. And it's crazy to see. And I don't know if it's just that, that Big Apple Media or HBO Hard Knocks or just seeing that connection between Aaron Rodgers and Garrett Wilson makes me think Garrett Wilson is gonna turn in like Devontae Adams numbers when he was killing it in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. Like, is that the expectation?
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers was saying like there's no one like Devontae Adams. Number 17, his old number 17 is the guy, but like Garrett Wilson, he said playing with this 17 is pretty cool because he can see the same things in Wilson that he does in Devontae Adams. He said, but he's not trying to say that that's where he's at right now because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, a whole different receiver, but he's pretty happy with his guy. So you know, what I mean, it would be exciting to see.
Devontae, like, where is Garrett Wilson going? Second round, though, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And Devontae Adams, too. Which one of those guys would you rather have?
Right now, I think Devontae Adams right now, still.
What about you?
Yeah, I don't know how Aaron Rodgers might suck when he's not in a Packers jersey. No one's ever thought of this. Maybe he goes there and it's not good.
Possible.
And their line is shitty.
That's true.
Their line is shitty. But also because we were able to see Devontae Adams do the same things he did in Green Bay that with Las Vegas. So there's no fall off from him. You already know what to expect. So again, like Mike was saying, you don't know how Aaron Rodgers is going to be over there with Garrett Wilson doing a regular season game. We've seen them be great right now in practice and in preseason games, just in little spots. So yeah, I'd still take Devontae right now.
Yeah, see. Hard Knocks doesn't throw that option out. What if Aaron Rodgers sucks?
No, they don't. They want you to think he's going to be just great right away. You know, he's good for TV.
The savior for New York.
Yeah.
Quentin Williams is out there killing people and talking shit. Hey, he's like growing into that Aaron Donald role.
That's a big boy.
The dominant. Achoo! Bless you. Thank you. That guy. I think someone said bless you behind the camera, and he was saying thank you to them, not to himself, just for that moment. All right, yeah. Do you guys want to do what you think our teams are going to be, or do you want to save that for next week?
Oh, we can do that right now. Like I said, 17-0.
You say 17-0.
He said Devontae Adams and
Nice.
Hey, man, Jimmy Garoppolo about to turn into Joe Montana, dog. Watch, just in the Raiders jersey.
Joe Montana with a broken foot.
Hey, man. Okay, man. As long as if he can throw it with the broken foot, I'm good.
He's been cleared to play. Just don't plan on it.
I mean, realistically, I think a 10-win, 11-win season for Oakland, for Las Vegas is realistic. I think so.
What do you feel the league-wide expectation is for the Raiders, though? I know you and Raider Nation are trying to get to the playoffs, trying to win a championship, but do you feel like in the AFC West with, freaking Mahomes, Justin Herbert supposedly on the rise,
if you're to believe
Russell Wilson,
if you're believed to all the talk, because like a lot of NFL people are saying that besides the injuries, Garoppolo is still a much better fit in that system than Derek Carr was. And Derek Carr got him, 9 wins, got into the playoffs one season. So, realistically, I think like a 9-win, 9-win, 8-win season.
You see Jimmy G as an upgrade over Derek Carr?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I think Derek Carr probably has a stronger arm, maybe like for the long ball, but Jimmy G might be more accurate in the short game, and he's worked in that system. He's proven to work in McDaniel's system again. So I think that counts for a lot. Like you can't teach physical talent. You can't go out there and teach someone to throw. You know what I mean?
Wait, say that again. I think you cut out there.
You can't go out there and teach someone to throw like a 90-yard ball, but you can't teach someone to throw the ball so many times to get down the field, to get down the 90-yard field accurately. You know what I mean? So, and he does a really good job in that short game, just finding his receivers in their routes, never doing too much. I think Aiden O'Connell does the same too. I know it's just preseason. I'm one of those guys. Like I'm excited. I was super excited to see him play throughout the preseason, but I don't want to put too much stock in it because, again, he's not playing against first team defenses yet. You know what I mean? They're not scheming against him yet. Uh, some of those guys probably even aren't going full speed on all of the plays. So I'd
I
like to.
mean, plenty of people look bad against those
That's
backups.
that is true. That
So
is
at
true.
least he checks off the, he at least can
Yeah.
hang with the preseason squads.
Right. Right.
Not
That's what I'm
like
saying.
Max Duggan, who the Chargers let go today.
Yeah,
Oh,
what's up with that? What do you think about that?
that's tough.
I think they saw Easton Stick perform well enough. Easton Stick won 4 like FCS championships at North Dakota State. And I think it's his third year now in the, well, I guess it's a new offense. It's his third year with the team and backing up
But
um, Justin Herbert.
Duggan's been dropping way before. Like his stock has been dropping way before the draft though. Like it started like right before the championship game, and then all through like all the camps and then the
Yeah,
combine.
he's
His
a
stock
set.
was
We picked him up in the 7th.
see, yeah,
We drafted him though. We did spend a pick on someone we just let go.
they go. That's I mean, he's probably on your practice squad, to be honest. They probably have him set up to stay there, maybe
I
after they
think
can.
if he clears waivers, then yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like the Chargers are going to go into the season with Easton Stick as the quarterback too. Did we even have the Chase Daniels last year?
Yeah, you guys said because he was supposed to start. It was him or
Oh man,
when Herbert got hurt.
yeah. But Herbert's ribs are healed up now, and man, the Chargers have the roster of a good team. They just have like the freaking luck and demeanor of a shitty team. Like that's they're always injured and they always feel like they're gonna lose the game somehow, and then we could be up by 27 in the playoffs and not advance to the next week because the defense gives up so many points and the offense decides at the same time to not be able to score more than a field goal. Like hopefully that stuff doesn't continue to roll forward. I thought with Brandon Staley coming in as the coach and just having like a focus on the work and the results will come kind of attitude that we'd be able to shake it off as we continue to collect better talent, draft better talent, and really make the team overall better. But it's just always something, we give up a freaking rushing first down so the Raiders can kick a field goal to make it to the playoffs over us in the final, seconds of the season. We give up points to the Jaguars. There's always something, but just this is the year, right? Where you've got the roster, you've got the people, the players, um, and there's definitely some challenges ahead. Definitely got to face Mahomes twice every year. The AFC is a gauntlet to get through, just to get into the playoffs. There's going to be good teams in the AFC that do not make the postseason, and the Chargers just need to win early and often enough to not be one of those teams on the outside looking in at the end of Week 18. And I think we can do it. We just got to not get injured. Like last year, we lost our quarterback. We lost our first cornerback, J.C. Jackson. Bunch of injuries just up and down on both sides of the line. Rashawn Slater was out. Like if the Chargers don't get a bunch of injuries and they do what they're supposed to, I think they make the playoffs easily.
What's the record?
I'm trying to think for the record. 12 wins. 12 wins seems like high, but not nearly out of the question if they just do what they're supposed to do. Because 5 losses, it's probably enough to knock you to a wild card in the AFC West. Like,
Yeah.
But that could be one of the top wild cards, or it might be the 5th or 6th seed. But definitely staying away from that 7th seed and making the playoffs with a solid solid roster, just healthy roster that's clicking well, is the goal. And then roll that into a championship. Because if the Chargers do what they're supposed to do, they got receivers, they got one of the best running backs, they got a tight end that's big and athletic, but a defense, just a Tuli Tuipulotu. Deion Henley looks like a steal out of Washington State to fill in for Drew Tranquil, who went to the Chiefs. All the cornerbacks are healthy. Asante Samuels Jr., Michael Davis, Derwin Williams. There's so many. Joey Bosa, like Khalil Mack. Like there's so many star players that are so very talented that need to just put it all together in one season for us to end up where we need to be, and that's.
Hey, I know one guaranteed loss you guys already have, so good luck on the rest of the season.
Okay, what is more likely to happen? The Chargers sweep the Raiders, or the Raiders sweep the Chargers this year?
Hey, man.
And what are we betting on that?
Split them.
We gotta figure something else. It's okay. It's gonna be food. If the Chargers sweep the Raiders, you're making me dinner.
Sounds good.
And if the Raiders sweep the Chargers, we are going out wherever you want to eat. I'm not as good a cook as you, but we'll bet dinner on it.
Bet. Sounds good.
Okay.
I'm agree.
Let's go Chargers. I feel like okay, good.
What you got, Mike?
Yeah, what's up with them Seahawks in the 6?
I'm pretty much same boat as you guys. I'm ideally, if everything goes correct, we'll be a 12-win, 5-loss team.
Nice.
But I think our floor, we could be 8-9 team, 7-10. That if everything goes terribly wrong.
Right.
But I think that we have the weapons. Hopefully Geno Smith continues to not suck dick like he did the previous 50 seasons before he came to the Seahawks.
Bills, Jets, everywhere else.
Yeah. He never really recovered from getting punched in the face. And someone punched him in the face and broke his shit, and nothing was the same, dog.
broke his spirit.
Yeah. So I think, if he got all the weapons, Jackson Smith and Jigba needed surgery, but he should be ready to go.
What do you have surgery on?
On his wrist. He caught a pass. He almost scored a touchdown and freaking landed on it. And
so you're saying he's fragile? Okay.
Saying he hasn't put on his NFL muscles just yet.
His NFL wrist muscles? You gotta work those wrist muscles, guys.
Yeah. 2 at a time.
Hey, that's how you can tell he was a star at Ohio State, man. No wrists. He didn't get no wrist action at Ohio State, man. He was a star.
Yeah.
he didn't have to do any.
He wasn't skiing much.
Right.
So, I expect DK to have a monster season. That's what I would expect.
That's a big man.
TDK
Metcalf. Yes, sir.
I don't know. Hey, we signed Josh Jacobs, so
number 8.
I'm happy number 8's back in number 8 because he looked really good at Alabama wearing number 8. So the rest of the team seems to be receiving him well. So should be good. And Marcus Peters is out there talking shit. And I missed that from a Raider. You know what I mean?
A
Raider who could be out there on defense and just talk shit all day and just be like, and you couldn't say anything after that because it's like, nah, he's right. Nah, he's right. He's right.
When they're talking shit to you and totally manhandling you and you can't even say anything about it, you just got to walk back to your sideline, pretend like you're not hearing every single thing they say about your character and manhood.
I used to play basketball at Lions Park with Samoa and them. Hey. And then if I was guarding one of them or they were guarding me and they were killing me that game and they were like, see, young boy, and then, talking about that shit. As a younger kid, one, you're frustrated because you're super younger and you can't say nothing. But 2, also because he just busted your ass. You're like, fuck, he's not lying. He's not lying.
Yo, Samoa took trash talking so serious. Like
Oh man.
it was part of his skill set.
Oh,
Not
definitely.
only knocking down elbow jumpers with a hand in his face, not only being able to back down, hook people with an easy spin into
Yep.
the paint, but also destroying your focus
Right.
during a competitive game was something he took pleasure in, bro. Like
He just,
he would jump to defend his like jump shot, and it wasn't even really a jump shot by the time I was playing with him. He was a
no,
little older, so it was more set, but he's also like 6'3", 6'4", full extension up top, and
yeah,
I couldn't freaking
no.
disrupt him enough, and he would make it, and it'd be like, "That's for your eye," and then you'd make another one, "That's for your mama." I was like,
That
"My
was
mom is your sister." He's
right.
like, that's for your dad. It's like, okay, I get it, but he would just like be banging shots and talking shit at the same time.
It was
Even when he was losing, he would talk shit, but then he
yeah.
would catch up. I was like, oh man, that's. I wish I had that, like, to be able to talk shit to people. If I'm beating somebody, I don't say much. Like, I'll just like get back on defense or something. If I make a shot, we're up 10, whatever, just keep
Oh,
it
no.
going. But I can't talk shit with that consistency at that level or just all the time. Skill.
I, I I'll go at it with somebody. If any time we're playing basketball and you start seeing me backpedal on defense and my head is like this and I'm talking like that, it's about to start. If I'm looking at whoever I'm guarding and I'm back, you know what I mean? Just backpedaling back on defense and I'm like that, then I'm about to start chirping. So
Yeah. I think, yeah, we need to get back on the court. Mike, do you
mm,
talk shit during basketball?
No, not usually. Um, I like to the way I talk shit is by whoever the worst person on my team is. If they score like 2 or 3 times, that's how I talk shit. I set them up for a
Oh.
fucking perfect pass, perfect whatever, so they get their shots. If they miss, I get the rebound, give it right back to them until they make it. I'm like, yeah,
hey, right
yeah,
now,
And there's nothing you can do about
he's
it.
shitting on you guys.
right now, there's a couple of dudes that are nodding their head listening to this, and they're like, "Yeah, wait a minute."
He's like, that's why you always pass to me.
I mean, wait, I was the worst on the team.
What? What?
Yo, hey, if you're listening to this and you're a baller, let us know if you talk shit or not when you get on a heater or when you're losing or when you're somebody else is talking shit with you. How do you? If someone else is talking shit to you, does that make you play harder? Like if your opponent is trash talking you,
Oh, definitely.
that
Nah, it
makes you
makes me
play harder.
laugh. Makes me laugh. I'm like,
I
you're
just,
taking
Swat.
this very seriously, my brother.
mm,
It's not that serious. I'll
when
take it.
guys, yeah, when guys come on the court already talking shit, that's my favorite, man, because it's the oldest additive ever, man. The loudest guy on the court, in any room, is always the weakest one, man. And you can tell because
Ooh.
he's always out there looking for the best guys to like. He's like, hey, who wants to run five? And he's looking at. He'll never pick anybody like he don't think can play. He's gonna try to pick the best four dudes out there to run on his team, so he don't have to do much. It's too funny.
Yeah. I just hope somebody picks me. I hope they haven't played with me before and they're like, "Hey, tall guy," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, you about to learn. You about to learn. I'm not that coordinated. I defend and pass. Don't throw me the ball. Give and go, baby. Right back at you." Uh, yeah, I don't. I'm not a shit talker, but I do like winning. That's fun. Winning is fun. I like, yeah, but I don't feel like I have to talk shit about it. Man, what else do we got? Oh, Trump got arrested for the fourth time. I know we're not gonna have time to go into that, but that
Good for him.
happened this week. He got
Mug
they
shots.
got a mug shot of him. Ooh, they were like, "Hey, we do this for everybody that gets arrested here, so go ahead." They gave everybody in that fake elector scheme got the mug shots, and
Yep.
Donald Trump has like fundraised like $7 million since that mugshot came out.
Yeah, he's
it's just
He's
helping
scammed.
him.
He's scammed.
Oh, right.
He's also
He fun scammed $7 million to help with his legal defenses.
he's also leading in for the Republicans. Like he might actually be their candidate again this year. That's crazy.
That's more than a might, right? Like the
Yeah.
the GOP presidential candidates recently had a debate. I think there was like 8 or 9 of them. Donald Trump was not there because he's like, I'm already,
He's
the
on
guy.
Tucker.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did not see that. I tried. I was like in the hotel room watching the whole freaking debate, 2 hour debate on my phone. But yeah, Donald Trump was on Tucker Twitter, or where's
Yep.
Tucker now? Tucker's on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. X.
On X videos when you post videos to Twitter now.
Right.
But Trump is the #1 guy and like by far ahead of any of the other presidential candidates on the Republican side that are going to go against the incumbent Sleepy Joe B. Joe Biden, who's been on and off of vacation recently.
I thought you were gonna say on and off with life support. What?
No, that's just like his CPAP machine, but people think it like keeps him alive at night. It kind of does, if you think about it. Yeah, Trump. Yeah, I don't understand how the guy that's being incriminated, that's being indicted on all these criminal charges and civil charges about, like trying to take away the votes of Americans and switching them so that he would win, is leading by so much to be their choice for. But it's just the spin, bro. It's just the spin. And what the information that they're telling them, their machine is powerful, their media is powerful, and they're convincing people that it's all a hoax, and it's really just the criminal Biden administration trying to come after Trump because it's so obvious. It's so obvious that Trump is going to win that this is the only way they can beat him is to cheat. And to me, it's just that sounds like a lot of projection from the team that actually literally tried to cheat to steal the election. But yeah, I think that GOP presidential debate thing is really just who is going to run as vice president to Donald Trump. Right. But yeah, there's some crazy people out there. Did you guys watch that debate or know any of those guys?
No, I was drunk.
I've seen a lot of Vivek clips. The Indian dude or whatever.
Yeah, he's
wild.
But he's doing the Donald Trump thing where he's taking his money and he's just making it sound like I know what
Obama
to do.
Lines.
Yeah, I know what to do, and this is how we should do it. We should do all these things. I'm saying what really needs to be said because I'm not paid for. I'm not bought off like everybody else here. That shit was funny. Hey, there were some bars in that. They were talking shit to each other.
That's too fun.
Yeah. That's I mean, oh, before we go, new music. You said John's got some new music coming out?
Not necessarily new music, but so John Akapo, man, really good musician. Straight from the islands, American Samoa. He resides in Hawaii. He's been out in Hawaii for a long time. He worked for Tsihati in Maui, so everything that's going on in Maui right now, dear to his heart. He's close to that situation, but he has a lot of music. Check him out on all your streaming platforms. He's got an album out on Apple Music, self-titled John Akapo. Yeah, man, he plays live. He does. I don't know if you guys seen guys who loop. So he's one of the first people to do that. When we in Hawaii, just looping. I got to see him play at the Monkey Pod in Ko'olina, nice little restaurant out there in Ko'olina. He plays there regularly. He plays at Sky Waikiki. Oh my gosh, that's probably my last picture I took in Hawaii. We got up to Sky Waikiki. I was in the moment, so I had to have a mojito up there. Like, you know what I mean? I can afford to be drinking mojitos in Sky Waikiki, but it's amazing up there. He plays out there. He plays at the new Monkey Pod. in Waikiki. But the music's good, man. It's has a lot of elements to his music, old like blues feel to it. Um, does hip hop. He does his own version of Outcast Hey Ya. Super dope, super dope. You can check him out on YouTube. Check him out.
So like a blues version of Hey Ya?
Kind of like a blues version. You know what I mean? Little R&B. It's dope. It's dope. You'll get down to it. You can find it on YouTube. You just look up John. But shout out to him. And John's been like an older brother to me, even though he's only like a year older. But we're really close. So yeah, we've seen a lot of shit. We stayed out in Hawaii together. Some wild times, college days, and it was really great to see him while we were out there. And John's one of those guys that's really supportive too of like other local artists. So he's got his ear to listening to a lot of stuff, man. He was talking about we sat down, had a couple of drinks at Sky Waikiki. We were talking about Craig. I introduced him to like Teo Jr. We were talking about the Samoan Cowboy, just all these younger artists who
Mr.
are
Cowboy.
cowboy. So yeah, man. John Akapo, man. Shout out to him. Check out his music. He's streaming everywhere you can stream music. So,
Yo, shout out John Akapo.
yeah.
Mike, you got any new music you've been listening to or that you want to recommend?
Selena Gomez came out with that new hot single.
Okay.
How was it? How is it? I actually haven't
Called
heard it.
"Single Soon." I think I love Selena Gomez.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
Do you watch her cooking show?
She had a cooking show too? Shit.
She had a cooking show during the pandemic where she like video calls with famous chefs to her kitchen and they teach her how to cook.
Wow.
They like have the same ingredients on each side of the call and the chef like walks her through making dope ass food. Wait,
That's
am I
dope.
thinking of the right person? Selena Gomez, yeah. She's like, oh my god, guys, this is so
Yeah,
yummy.
that sounds like her.
Okay, yeah, yeah,
She's
um,
pretty, she's
yeah,
pretty.
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
yes, she was on Barney, man, with Demi Lovato back in the day.
Yeah, she was. I've seen that. That's funny.
There's also a Gucci Man J. Cole song that was pretty good. There I Go.
Ooh, okay.
That's a dope collab. I never thought that I'd see a day where those two artists,
Gucci and
But
Gucci
Jermaine.
and Jermaine,
that's not Gucci, man. That's a
the
that's a
clone.
clone. Oh
There's no
gosh.
way that guy could improve his life and get buff. No way.
Not the Mr. LaFleur we know.
Not
No.
Mr. 1017.
After I saw him in what is the show? Weekenders? Oh, Spring Breakers. I was like, yo, that I don't know, man. It might be a clone, man, because he looks super sloppy in that movie.
So yeah, that's just mostly what I've been listening to. That came out last week.
Fire.
Shout out to Cepha M. I'm
Oh,
sure Apple Music. I know it's probably Spotify. But he's about to drop his next project. It Takes a Village.
it's good, man.
Yeah. It starts off with what? I Know It. There's the Sayao, bruh. That's immediately my favorite song. 55 Sayao. Yeah. Yeah, It Takes a Village by Cepha M dropping. I think it's going public. I know the private link has been out, but I think it's going to be on platforms first week of September.
Yeah,
But yeah, we'll definitely check that.
shoot Cepha some money. You know what I mean? Definitely, he said $5, but don't give him more. You know what I mean? That early listen, support the music.
Yo, definitely support the artist, right? Yeah, if you can, this is a way to directly support someone who's been doing their craft at a high level and is very passionate about it for a very long time. So if you want to be able to support island artists like Cepha M, this is a way that certain artists are being able to take that love from their fans and that support. So definitely use that. Check out Cepha M at Cepha M on Instagram, I think on TikTok too. But also you can follow the Politicking podcast, which is him and Marcus. Shout out to them. Yeah, so that's our new music for this week. Shout outs. man, it's been a very busy week. Where the shout outs at? Mike, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to the Seattle Mariners, #1 in the AL West for the first time in a long time.
Go Ams.
Shoot, they're on like a fucking the last 13 games they've lost one. So
who's doing the work?
It's been a team effort, we got JP Crawford. He today just first at bat hit a home run. So, having offense, like that's something that's very different for the Mariners. Usually, like I was saying when we were talking about Keen Felix, we never had bats. Like he would have like 2 runs allowed and then we'd lose 3, like 2-1 or something like that. So it's nice seeing the Mariners being able to bring the bats. Cal Raleigh, he's like the catcher. Obviously, Julio Rodriguez, he's been real hot as of late. Yeah, love to see it. Hopefully, this could mean some continued postseason success.
Nice.
But to be on top of the AL West, I would have never thought. Not this year, maybe next year, but not this year.
Who else is in that division? The Astros?
Yeah, Astros, Texans, and what's the other one? Seattle, Texans,
West.
Houston, the Angels, and Oakland.
Angels, Athletics. Okay.
Anytime somebody asks me who else is in the conference with my team to be in the conference, my answer is always going to be, everybody else who's not first.
Yeah.
A bunch of non-first place teams.
L7s.
Everybody, second place is just first place loser.
Oh, runner
Ricky
up.
Ricky Bobby.
You ain't first, you're last.
You're last.
Yeah. Also, shout out to my sister Katie playing the USA U18 3-on-3 tournament, representing America.
Get buckets, Katie.
Bring back the gold.
USA.
You can watch those games on YouTube. Starting Wednesday. It's their first game. It'll be on YouTube Live. So yeah, definitely check it out if you can.
Nice.
Hell yeah. America balls. World champions? Are NBA players allowed to call themselves world champions?
If that dude don't shut up.
Yes, they are.
Don't ruin your career, fool. This fool. Of all things he could have sat up there and talked about, decided to go up there and talk about something he probably argued with his 12-year-old cousin at home about.
Right? There's no like Ardvar Sabonis like hiding. Like he was good at basketball. He didn't come over to the NBA till a lot later, but like it's not like that anymore. If you're good at basketball and you're from another country, your goal is to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
Where the best players are, right?
Yeah.
Best players in the world.
Exactly.
Wemby wanted to come over, you know what I mean?
Right.
He could in France and played Euroball. Luka came over, same thing. He could have stayed, but they all came over at their very young ages, and you know what I mean? So
a third of the NBA is foreign born, so
and that's,
but then 2/3 of the NBA is from America.
Also, my thing is, of course, the world champions. They won the Olympics, didn't they? They have the gold medals.
Those guys are world champions. Noah Lyles,
right,
who is a sprinter for the Team USA that won gold. I think he was just trying to get a viral moment. I think because it seemed a little planned, and it seemed like a little, showy the way he decided to throw it out there. I know the NBA players were not feeling it. They got called out specifically, but I think he was talking about but also the NFL, they call themselves world champions.
All right. Who is fucking with us in football anywhere in the world? Nobody even plays it barely. Like Canada has a league. Mexico has leagues. I know they have some leagues overseas, but it's not at the level that the NFL is.
Like Samoan. What if Samoa had a team? Would they be able to?
No, not Samoa.
Just a bunch of runners.
Polynesian as
wide receivers.
If hey man, we had some stop playing.
Shout out Malcolm Floyd, M80.
Hey, there you go. See, shout out John Ursula, who's back in the. Did he go back to the Canadian Football League?
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Nakua? Hey, okay.
Who's going to be on the roster? Yeah.
How about Juju Smith and Kendrick Bourne?
Exactly. See, we're out there.
Nah, they They play for the Patriots. We don't like those guys.
Forget all those guys. We got some wide receivers. We got some quarterbacks. We definitely got tight ends and linemen. We probably get demolished, but we just got to train ourselves up, and we'll just need some coaching.
We just need 4 yards on every play, and we'll make it.
We'll manage the clock. We'll win like 14-7 or something like that.
The line would be immaculate.
Yeah, exactly. We'd have 6 linemen in every play, maybe 7, a fullback.
Why not?
Yeah, jumbo. We'll run freaking wing tee. Let's go.
Hey, we'll be the first football team to go positionless football.
Yeah, we just have 11 offensive tackles. Just fucking in your face football. Don't bring none of those cornerbacks on the field when you play Samoa national football team.
Right, we're gonna run the wing.
No DBs, okay? It's just a bunch of 300-pound running backs over here, and we all can run. Nice. Forrest, any shout-outs for this week?
Oh, my gosh. I have too many, man. I wish I could shout out everybody, but I definitely got to shout out John Capo for taking care of me while I was out there. Man. Just always seems like he's been taking care of me since I was younger, so that was cool to get back with him. Shout out to my mama Colia, who's out there. I got to eat the dopest breakfast I got to eat in a long time. When my first night there, my first morning, my sister Celia, my sister Marvick, my brother Fleon, who was out there. I got time to see them. Shout out to Monty Noah Hudson and his wife Janae and their kids who made the vacation so much more just meaningful. Really, got to spend time with them, and they're always man. It's not a time I know that when you talk to Monty's not trying to help you. I mean, funny guy too, man. Shout out to Veresta Jr. Luhu and his wife Victoria, my nephew Frazier, my niece Violet, who I traveled with. Can't thank you guys more than enough. And of course to the newlyweds, Talanoa Smith and Winona Smith now. I'm never worried about the marriage lasting forever. I just hope whatever moments you guys share, man, it's always be epic for you guys. So thank you for letting me be part of that wedding, because it was amazing, man. It was amazing. And shout out to the people of Hawaii for letting me come back and eat everything that I wanted to eat. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? Shout out to all my aunties and uncles who were running the restaurants that I ate at. That anytime I came, they didn't hesitate to speak full-on pidgin to me. It felt like I was back home for real, like living back home. We went to Dick's Lechon, and I ordered the 1 plate, and the lady at the window goes, "Oh, right, you're only gonna order 1 plate." I was like, "Oh, do I need more than one?" So, yeah, man. Shout out to you for coming out too, man. Anytime we get to share experiences like the union between Talanoa and Winona, and just the people there, you, Tim, Eddie, Frost, all these guys from back home, man. All our friends from over here too. You have Brian, Leo, Alex, Alec, Oliver, Bridger. You know what I mean? Devin was there. It's amazing, man. That's why I love weddings, man. They not only do they bring the 2 people getting married together, they bring a lot of people together outside of the wedding, outside of that marriage. So yeah, shout out to them, man.
Definitely shout out to Talanoa and Winona, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, for having us at their wedding and being able to share that special moment and celebration with family and friends. That was dope. We need to let's go to more weddings. It's fun. It's like a good time. Everyone's just like happy. It's cool. I like it. Man, shout out to Hawaiian Airlines for bumping me up to an exit row. They were just like, "You look tall here." And I was like looking at it before, and I was about to pay like $80 to sit in that seat, but I was like, "Oh no, that's a lot." And then they just did it for free. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Books I bought a book and was reading it. What is it? Molokai? I don't know the name of it, but it's an island in Hawaii, and it's where they sent the people that were suffering from leprosy.
Yep.
They like sent them on to an island so that they wouldn't infect other people, but they like really just like trashed them and left them for dead, and really didn't care about them after they sent them to that island. But I started reading that, and it helped me get through like the takeoff and the turbulence and the landing, because I was having issues. I don't like being that high in the air, especially over land. I feel a lot less anxious flying over water, but I had to fly PDX to LAX and then LAX to Honolulu. And that PDX to LAX one was just like mountains and places, and I was like, if we fall, we're fucking hit a mountain. But if we're flying to the Pacific, if we fall, hey, we're all going swimming. We're gonna get into this raft. We're all gonna survive somehow, and then we're gonna get in this raft. People are gonna find us. I feel a lot better about that.
That's crazy optimistic, bro.
I love it. Whatever gets you there.
Yeah, I needed it because I was like, oh fuck. That first flight, I was tripping out. I did not have edibles saved up on me at that time. I was also worried about taking my weed pen to Hawaii, but I forgot it was in my pocket, and I made it through 3 different TSA checkpoints, and yeah, all good. Shout out to TSA, keeping us safe. Appreciate you guys for ignoring, little things like, Schedule 1 drugs according to the federal government. Yeah. That's our show, man. Hawaiian food, definitely a little bit of fantasy football, our teams, how we're feeling about it. We got just one more week before the official start of the NFL and all our fantasy football leagues, so it's going to be a lot of football content coming at you for the next couple months before baseball ends, basketball starts, and we get into a bunch of other things. But yeah, keep it locked. Subscribe, follow us, not just the podcast or on YouTube, but on our socials, at Ballinesian on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Threads. And stay tuned for the cooking content. We're going to start filming and releasing, where Forrest is going to show us how to make food. And also when the Chargers sweep the Raiders, let me know what food you want to make, because I'll buy the ingredients as long as you prepare it. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. Yeah, and thank you to everybody for listening. That's our show. Catch us next Tuesday when we drop another episode here for you. Yeah, thanks for listening. For Mike Fiso, Forrest Odolau, I am Lance Falitongo. That is our episode. Stay hydrated, stay blessed, stay ballin'. Love and light. Peace. Yes, sir.